REED-BBS. BBS. Full disclosure, I had zero interest in the Adrien Broner, Blair Cobb's fight until the clip of Broner not only getting dropped, but getting his tooth knocked the fuck out of his mouth, that is. All the way the fuck out of his mouth. AB. It stands for ass backwards, per the comedian Bubba Dub. Bubba Dub also said the tooth fairy ain't real, motherfucker. Broner, man, hey, here we are. I think it's the end of the road. I think, like the group Guy, it's time to say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Broner, we know his antics. It all started back in the day, kind of humorously, with the hairbrush routine, the can man, because anybody can get it. Americans, Dominicans, Africans, anybody can get it. We, of course, remember Broner bringing Paulie Malignaggi, bringing Paulie's ex, or as Paulie put it, weekend pussy. He brought Paulie's weekend pussy to a press conference. Speaking of press conferences, who could forget when Broner said, let's get shit shaken at the Manny Pacquiao press conference in regards to Freddie Roach, who, of course, is afflicted with Parkinson's. That was cruel, but kind of funny. Broner, he was a decent rapper. He was a decent rapper for a boxer. He was no Roy Jones. And low-key, Anthony Joshua can freestyle a little bit. I actually challenged him to a battle. One time I got to meet the brother. But he can spit a little bit. And Broner, he was a decent rapper, but I digress. Mischievous personality. He was clearly, I don't have to tell you, he was all the way on Floyd's nuts. All the way up on Floyd's nuts. The faux shoulder roll. Never saw a guy use the shoulder roll, yet get hit as much as Broner did whilst using it. Like, the point is to not get hit, motherfucker. And he would get hit using it. But Broner, his act started to grow tired, though. Somewhat amusing, but it started to get more and more tired in spots initially, to just tired. Next thing you know, he's sucker punching white dudes on the Vegas Strip for no fucking reason and shit, dog. Making unnecessary scenes in McDonald's, flexing on female shift managers and young co-workers and shit, lighting up, smoking, and or literally wiping his ass and flushing hundreds, if not thousands of dollars down the toilet. Just modern day buffoonery. You could even call it cooning if you want to, on some pro-black shit. He was cooning like a motherfucker. He just was. People literally celebrated the fact Broner actually made weight for the Cobb fight, which tells you how much of a shit show his career had become. And he talked shit, alluding to killing folks and having unsolved cases, responsible for unsolved murder. He was kind of alluding to it in a lame way during the Blair Cobb presser. Just dumb shit, man. Dumb shit. And I hope, since he done lost now, that the police investigate his motherfucking ass. Let's just add to it. So you talk shit, you got your ass whooped, you admitted all this, trying to look tough, admitting some shit that you may or may not have done. I hope they investigate his ass just for stupidity. Talking about, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'll slap the shit out of you. And all the while, Blair Cobb was so intimidated, he mocked Broner with a fucking AB puppet. Mocked the shit out of him. Which only encapsulates it fully. Broner's a caricature. A lame one at that. So I'm certainly not mad to see him lose. My man had Rick Ross come out with him. And maybe it's a fat rapper curse, I don't know. But my boy EJ Spence, he came out with the big homie doing the Texas rap for the Crawford fight. We saw how that went. And now Broner comes out with Rick Ross, another fat rapper, and he loses. Maybe it's a fat rapper curse. I don't know, I'm just saying. But then it was all over for Broner, man. It is all over for Broner. And once again, when it was time to actually fight, it was the same old shit from Broner. Pathetically low work rate, and Nathan whatsoever backing up all the talk, all the threats, all the promises. We remember going back, there was a controversial decision over Ponce de Leon. Then Broner beat the living shit out of Jason Litzow, or as I called him, Shitzow. He became the WBO 130-pound champion. He beat Antonio DeMarco impressively for the WBC 135-pound title. Then he defended it against Gavin Reeves. Those two fights may have been the absolute best. That might have represented the absolute best of Adrien Broner. The DeMarco fights and the Reeves fights in unison. That was his best stretch to me. Unfortunately, 2 fights later, he's fighting Paulie Malignaggi at 47. A weight class I maintain he never had any fucking business being at, despite winning a world title. But yeah, at this point, so he's a 3-belt champion. 3-belt champion. He was on the brink of stardom. Showtime literally was about to feature Broner as a pay-per-view headliner. This was in the works. This was being talked about. And all you gotta do is beat Marcos Maidana. Just do that, and you're on your way. But like Humpty Dumpty, all the PBC horses and all the PBC men couldn't put Adrien Broner back together again after Maidana tapped that ass. They just couldn't do it. Broner won some fights from there, but not the important ones. Lost to Porter. Although dropping Porter, I think Sean Porter's been dropped twice in his career by Broner and by fucking Bud Crawford. Like, that's impressive. But yeah, he still lost. Then he lost to Mikey. Then he lost to Pacquiao. And of course, he just lost to Blair Cobb last night. To my brothers out there, look, man, a lot of y'all was on Broner's nuts because it smelled like Floyd's nuts. You got to be more than just black to win a boxing match, all right? A lot of y'all was betting on Broner to beat Mikey and to beat Pacquiao. And when I was telling y'all's lame asses ahead of time, Broner was going to lose those fights convincingly, y'all was calling me all kind of untoward names and shit just for picking the right motherfucker to win a fight. You got to be more than black just to win a boxing match, all right, motherfuckers? Keep that in mind moving forward when you find a new sack to hop on. But Broner, the weight gain, back and forth, he undeniably needs some therapy. He just does. Maybe even some prescription drugs for his mental health. And I truly wish the brother does well in life. I really do. But as far as being a boxer and actually competing as a world-class fighter, you know I'm saying bye-bye. Bye-bye. Nice work, Blair Cobb. Still salty how you did my Dallas homie Maurice Hooker, Mighty Mo. But you've ridded the boxing world of a problem. Adrien Broner. And for that, we thank you, sir. Woo! REED-BBS. Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television! Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.